Wait till I hit record, then you open the can immediately under the mic.
I wasn't aware you started. I was like, I should open this before he starts. I was trying so hard. Good.
Gotta try harder. Harder, better, faster, stronger. See, we were trying to figure it out yesterday, and now it just hit me. Because we kept ending it in harder, I think. Stronger, harder. And I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Faster, longer.
I haven't even prepped,
Just go from Michael has returned, but Michael is still here and won't leave.
Yeah. Again, lack of context.
Yes, but lack of context is like my best comedy there is.
No. Complete lack of... Well, it can, but when you just talk about things that are completely off the wall...
That's why we should start a stream by going, and that's when she said, give me back my hat. And then we both laugh and nobody knows what the joke is.
That's not the same type of... You know what?
No, this is
let
comedy gold.
Michael be... And then you gotta fart.
Yes.
That's the highest form of comedy, right?
That's when she said, bring back my grandmother. She doesn't belong in there.
As funny as your fake laugh. It's probably better on the mic than your regular laugh.
Yes.
Because you're like, I can't even do the wheeze.
It sounds like I'm dying.
Yeah.
Slowly. We're all getting there.
Hello, Edward. Hello, Nellen. Hello, Blur.
It wasn't me.
It was him. Oh, I didn't even have... No, I did have the VLC player. Okay, good. I think I want to go anyway, so I'm just gonna come up over here. So, hello. It is Tuesday. And I'm thinking should be able to finish these two today. If so, that would mean that the only content that's left requires this.
Which should be out on the 20th. That is the overarching rumor anyways.
Yeah, but I've heard a rumor on a day since March.
Well, they actually had links to, like, apparently it was up, like, last week.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't know until this week.
Well, let's figure this crap out.
It was under, like, final.15 AI. Or,
okay.
Or, like, the briefest moment. And then a lot of the people who were linking that were basically stating the 20th is release date.
Okay. Cool.
So fingers crossed. That's high hopes. The only person who knows for sure is the guy making it, so.
Yeah. And he might just be an ass and just not do it then, just because he's a big troll. Funny troll. And you don't know if it's a he. At least I'm guessing you don't know.
I don't know. I assumed.
I did do a little bit of work on this. I added like a tank thing. And I was thinking about adding others, so because the rainbow has these colors, I thought about adding a couple different tanks that are just different colors of that.
But isn't all the colors supposed to be coming from the boops, not a reserve tank?
Well, yeah, because they're filling the reserve tanks. So, yeah. Or they have the colors, and they just needed the boops for energy.
Sure. Possible. I
Like,
feel
why
like
can't we just hook it up to the electrical grid? Nope. We must have tiers.
there is some value in the simplicity of it too. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I needed something other than just a big old flat something or other. I needed I had originally added some crates, but then it crashed on me, so that's gone. I did do some work on this. I think, yeah, I basically just finished everything here. I think I changed her face a little bit too.
yes, I see, and that's much better. It's a much better scrunch than what you had before.
Yeah, so I made a better scrunch. I finished her eyebrows. Basically finished, I think, both of these characters. I don't think there's anything more. They're all locked, main's done, everything. The only thing I really have to do is lighting, which I bet you I can cheat the hell out of that, which is this one. Oh, so this is just another main, whatever. I'm not going to name it. Wait, why is this off? Well, you know what? Bad.
Hello, bed without sheets. I'm doing
Yes,
well.
hello, bed. I'm doing well as well. How are you doing? Michael actually mentioned today that this is our 5th day in a row of recording stuff or streaming. So
I can't wait for the weekend.
yeah, it's been a little exhausting. Yesterday we did podcast recording, which is an entire evening, and then half a Sunday, and then Saturday evening, and then Friday evening. It's been. I'm looking forward to where I can just kind of sit down and not do much.
Yeah, my weekend's going to be Wednesday and Thursday because it's the first time in 2 days off.
That's what I was looking for.
Still got to go to work, but
I must have deleted the lights by accident.
come home and just like play video games and eat cake. Brussels sprouts and cake. Delicious combination.
Brussels sprouts and cake.
Yes. Because I can.
Oh,
That's all you need.
hang
So I'll
on.
be free. I'll be free of the tyranny of the recording of things.
Nope.
He's like, no. It's like, you know what? I just came up with something to do on Wednesday.
Yep.
Just put on a funny hat as I cry.
Ooh, sounds like you guys need a rest. I don't. It depends on the definition of rest. It's. I just need brain break. That's it. Well, actually, I haven't. I probably should get some more sleep too, but because last night we did all the recording for stuff, and we drank a bunch, and then as soon as I was done, Nightly sent over the final thing for the Argos on this morning. So as I'm like all liquored up, I had to like final edit and do everything for YouTube, which was really difficult. And not that fun because my brain was just like, you should go to bed, and I'm like, no, can't finish.
As soon as they left last night, I was immediately upstairs. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I was up to like 12:30, I think, because I had to get his stuff done.
I got 7.5 hours of sleep, and I'm quite happy with that.
Decrease the bloom a little bit because I think that's a little harsh. Should flatten out some of the colors a little bit. Yeah, it's a little better.
Yes. I don't think I've said hello to Nolan and Sir Edward, so hello.
They're playing on their own if they go with the right seasoning. Yeah, Michael is.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm delicious. He called me delicious.
Sure.
Let that sink in.
No, there's nothing about food there.
Mm-hmm.
Just says you're a bit bland on your own. Just
That's a tear coming out my eye. Just shooting.
Just getting the right context.
Pew, pew.
I think I can buff this up a little bit now that the bloom's reduced. To help brighten up the top here.
I don't see Apple Bloom anywhere in this shot.
She's in the Boopinator.
Oh, that's right.
Where'd you think Apple Bloom?
Because you said you need to add Bloom.
Light Bloom.
I don't know that character. Is she your OC?
Is everything a pony reference to you?
I mean, it could be. Say 2 random words and that could be an OC.
Clinical depression.
Oh, that's going to be an edgy black and white OC, or black and red OC. That's going to be with a broken horn and a dark history.
I'm depressed because my parents broke up when I was younger. Then why did they name you that?
It's like, what's your dark backstory? My dark backstory is when I was young.
That's why.
My parents took me to the park and promised to get me ice cream, but then they forgot, and I've never been the same.
Hey, that's pretty dark.
And ever since.
You're a kid, that can actually be traumatic.
Oh yeah, for sure. When you're a little, like you're expecting ice cream or McDonald's and you don't get it.
Oh, or both.
Ice cream at McDonald's.
McDonald's ice cream. That's already disappointing because their machines are always broken.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it.
Did you hear about all that new crap coming out with that now too?
I've heard some of it about them like suing to repair their own machines or something.
No, the government is now investigating fully, and because with the right to repair stuff actually getting traction now, that's part of it. The right to repair.
I'm kind of on the fence with the whole right to repair thing.
No, I think it's fine. I mean, people should have the right to repair something. If they mess it up, then that's on them.
Kind of. Say you sell a machine with a warranty, and then somebody tries to fix it themselves, but you have no way to prove that they tried to fix it themselves, and they break it.
But then whether or not they have a right or not doesn't change anything.
But if they break it, then they've tampered with it and they've caused a malfunction that wouldn't have happened otherwise. And
no, the right to repair should be like if something's under warranty.
Yeah.
Then they're going to fix anything anyway. So if you choose to repair it in that time, you're voiding the warranty.
Yeah.
A lot of the places are. The reason is, I can't. If I wanted to like have my phone fixed, I can't go and bring it somewhere because it is against the law for that company to repair it.
Yeah.
That's the main issue.
I think the bigger concern I have is like I think a lot of this right to repair stuff is revolved around like farm equipment. Like a lot of it's running on computers and Apple controls.
No, a lot of it is phones.
Yeah.
It was all spearheaded by a YouTuber that did electronic devices.
Yeah.
So no, it's not. The issue isn't whether or not, because I can go and fix my phone if I wanted to. The problem is they purposely do not make the tools available to do it, and companies that could do it for you can't, because if they do, they can be sued.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
My concern with the whole right to repair thing, though, I from my perspective, I work for a company that does remote systems for heavy machinery. And say somebody repairs their own remote and does it wrong. And then we don't know that they actually opened it up and repaired it. So by anybody's guess, that system is as we sold it. And maybe we messed up.
But how does
they could argue?
If they have the right to repair, how does that change anything?
Because if they repair it wrong and somebody gets hurt or killed, and then they're like, oh, why didn't this remote work? And then they did something that we didn't know about.
Well, that's why you investigate.
Yeah, you investigate. How do you prove it?
You couldn't prove it even if they didn't. So no.
So we don't want them doing it.
I know, but that doesn't. But they can already do it now.
We refuse to sell them the parts.
But you could,
for that reason.
Well,
we don't want them repairing it,
and that's fine.
Somebody could get hurt,
and that's fine. But you're not suing them if they do.
No, they'll sue us.
If
somebody gets hurt.
No, you're talking about you won't sell them the parts. No, that's fine. You can not sell them anything if you don't want. But you, if they said they wanted to go somewhere else and you started suing them because of it,
we wouldn't sue them for it.
No, that's what companies are doing now.
But I can understand what companies don't want in some cases.
No, that's not what this is all about, though. You're going off a whole.
Well, because I've heard the whole right to repair thing related to Apple software on farm equipment.
Well, yeah, but again,
And they
that's
have a lot of the same concerns, I'm sure.
but it's again giving people a right to do something.
Yeah.
And it's saying you might be stupid, so we can't give you that right. Then
well,
that doesn't
because
seem right.
the companies are concerned that if somebody got hurt,
I don't think the company cares.
we do,
That's neat, but that's the
because we've had it happen.
it's a slippery slope. And like Nolan says, then they just change their warranty language.
Yeah,
But it doesn't stop somebody from repairing.
no, it doesn't stop them.
They can do it now. They can do that exact same thing you do right now. If they want to go and repair it themselves, they can. Nothing is stopping
We
you
don't
from
want to
doing
give
that.
them the okay.
But no, in before, nobody has to give the okay. It's just saying that if they go to repair it, you can't go and there's no repercussions if you choose to repair.
But by saying that we're not opposed to you repairing it,
That's not what you're saying.
a go ahead.
That's not what you're saying. It says there's no legal repercussions for it.
Yeah.
The company can't say, you repaired that and you're in trouble with us. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So no, that's...
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying I get it.
I think you're reading at the high level language and forgetting the rest of it. That's not... like, there's a whole bunch of crap on that.
Yeah. No, if it was my stuff, I'd want to repair it,
Like
for sure.
The whole thing with McDonald's being that they're the contract states that they cannot have anybody repair it but this one company. But then it breaks down significantly more, and they've never been fixed to improve it because they can charge on that. Well, why can't they do that? And so they're trying to prevent people from being forced to go one route on something.
But here's my thought is, say they get somebody else to repair it, or they repair it themselves, and they put in a gear wrong, and that gear gets stripped and metal shavings go into the ice cream. And then the company's like, your machine put metal shavings into the ice cream and our customers are suing us, so we're suing you because of your faulty machine. The company could be like, did somebody else repair it? And they could just shrug.
Yeah, and then they do.
And then they sue the company that made the machine
But then
because
they
of a
won't.
faulty repair that somebody else did.
Oops, anybody can make a faulty repair on something.
Yeah.
But that's a fallacy you just ran down, though.
That's something that has legitimately happened to my company.
Yeah, but stating that something that could potentially happen should prevent the good things from happening from it, that doesn't make any sense to
Well,
me.
it's from the company's perspective, they don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk a lawsuit coming to them because of a faulty repair a customer did.
But the customer's not making it.
Well,
and if they, and again,
I mean, they are if they hire somebody that's not the
and that's
approved
that's
repair.
fine. But then that's the thing is that the company can state, because you decided to go that route, we can't support it anymore. Voila.
Yeah.
Then the liability's gone from them. That's you have written in contracts. So if something like that happens, that's on the company that hired the person, or that company that did that repair would be the one liable for any of those damages.
Yeah, but
somebody's going to be liable, but nobody's
Yeah.
going to go back to the original company without it being thrown out of court.
But because they can repair it themselves and there's no way to prove that they repaired it themselves, a company's best bet is to just state in a contract that you cannot repair it yourself. Because it's just too much of a liability for them.
Well, like you put in your car radio. What if what if it was illegal to do that?
No, it very well could have, and I could have very well done it.
And you just did.
Yeah, but if I was it's kind of like.
But it doesn't stop anybody from actually doing it.
Yeah, but it's
So-
kind of like protecting IP, though. It's just
It's protecting the company, not the consumer.
Yeah, no, the company's going to want to protect themselves. It's just like protecting an IP. Like if somebody makes fan content, there is laws out there saying that you can't do that. But as long as you don't throw it in their face, they don't care. And I have a feeling companies are the same way. If you can repair your tractor running on Apple software, Apple's probably not going to say anything to you until something bad happens.
And no, bet it's not that. If it's saying the problem is Apple was saying if you go, it's not about to the consumer. It's saying if I went to another, if say a person was offering to do such repairs at a location, Apple could sue them for doing those repairs. It's not about the consumer getting in trouble for it, but if they went to that, it is illegal for another company to get involved with it, meaning that they have to go to Apple. But like there was some issues where they would just be like, oh, we can't fix it. Well, then I'll go somewhere else. No, you can't do that. Nobody will let you do that. Well, then how am I supposed to get it fixed? Nope, you got to throw it away. You got to buy another $10,000 machine. That happened, I think, to Linus on stuff because he bought this big machine. He couldn't have anybody repair it, and he had to throw it away. It was it was because they wouldn't fix it under warranty.
If it was my thing, I would want to agree it. I just work in an industry where I recently had an issue where a customer replaced their own battery with a third-party battery, and it exploded. And they came to us and were like, "What happened?"
Yeah, and then it's not your fault.
Yeah, we know it's not our fault, but say that
but they did that. They did that without the right to repair. So then, why would it change with?
It's more along the lines of it's just like the IP thing. It's just like we're not going to tell you, we're not going to stop you from doing something, but we cannot give you permission to do it either.
Nothing with the law would change your job then, or what people could do. So then,
but we're not going to go and tell people that they should do it either, or even give them the.
No, and that's not what this is. That's not what this is. Yeah. It's not people giving a thumbs up to repair. It's saying that they're not going to give a thumbs down if they attempt it.
Yeah.
So because right now it's not about the giving people the ability. It's about giving them. They're not going to be sued. They're not going to have legal repercussions.
A lot of times, the only way I find out that customers have been inside the units is if they do something blatant or they tell me.
But again, all of this came about because of cell phones and all this, and you keep going back to farm equipment.
Well, even with cell phones, if somebody put in a faulty battery and it exploded and said caught fire to somebody's car, that they could come back to the cell phone company if the cell phone company, as far as
and then they're going to say, "Did you do anything with it?" And then they're going to say, "That's not our battery in there.
Yeah,
that you touched it, not our problem." That's all they do, and then done.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything left of the phone, and if they admit
they will. You could easily check within like the chemical properties that are within it. If lawsuits are big enough, it's all going to come back on that. They're going to throw right back at the person.
I mean, my whole perspective on it is I agree that people should be able to repair their own things. I just know the company's perspective is they're worried about getting sued over faulty repairs. That's pretty much.
And also that they can charge extremely higher amounts of money.
They absolutely can
because of such. So which one is it?
It's a little bit of both, I imagine.
I'm pretty sure it's more of the ones that they can charge royalties. I think they said that, what is it? Apple's like revenue from just those types of services makes up a significant part of their revenue, and the fees are just astronomical. Like it's almost like just buy a new phone.
Yeah, no, I've never liked Apple.
I know, but they're the ones that caused a lot of this.
Yeah.
And when one company that's big starts doing something, it's going to be very easy for another company to go, hey, they're doing it. Worked out pretty good for them.
In my car? No.
I have music in here.
I put my there just in case.
Not like yesterday, you got the garage door opening while you're sitting eating pizza.
Yes. It did. It happens sometimes.
Love you to. Little light to that. Is it?
Yeah, so like I said, my whole thought on that is kind of split. Like, if it was my thing, for sure, I'd want to repair it myself. If I owned a company, I just want to be sued.
Okay. Thank you for pointing that.
Is that now? Follow me.
Michael, you just saw yourself.
No, my day's ruined. Oh, what are you doing? No.
I'm turning it all on. I had supposed to be on.
People only ask that if they're like wanting to do stuff.
No, because usually Kite pops up and drops a stupid face or something.
But my face is already stupid.
Yeah, I thought about just like doing a zoom in.
Oh, see, there it is.
Yep, see?
You've brought this upon yourself.
It's supposed to be enabled. So I just have to do the thing. You're taking Kite's job. No, I can't remember what the limit is. I think there's like a limit of 3 per stream. I can't remember. I do have a limit because I don't want to have it like
the whole stream.
Yeah. That's why there's only one Michael takeover allowed per stream. What's a good stupid face? kind of want to do something with Derpy.
No. You want to be nice to Derpy.
Well,
You want to put...
it used to be I'd be like, I'm a low Derpy, like, yay! And now I say I'm a low Derpy,
like,
and you're like, no.
Like, wait. Well, you're so mean to Derpy because you know she's like best pony, and Rainbow Dash can't even compare, and it upsets you. So you be cool.
Here, we'll get revamped Derpy.
Yeah, that's good. Look at her. She's ready to go. She's G5 ready. That horse is better go. Like, I'm going to be in G5 because, well, of course I am.
She went too fast.
It would be pretty cool if they did like a. I am kind of hoping at some point during the run of the series, they have her and Doctor Who's just in the background, so people can go.
I hope not, because if they have like a huge time gap, why would they be alive?
Because of the whole, it would be a reference to the whole like Time Lord thing, Doctor Who.
But then it would make it canon.
It would. They could just show him in the background. It would kind of make it canon, but only people in the know would know why. I want it. What I dream of. I dream of Derpies. It was like a loosely based reference on I Dream of Jeannie, if you were wondering.
Connected her eyes.
Is eternal. I already expect the main six will show up in the series at some point or another, other than just figurines. Why have you done this for Nose? I just always assume jealousy.
I'm pretty good there.
What? Yes, mess her face. Squidward Derpy. Oh. Derp. 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 Oh no. Get the biggest eyebrow.
There's surprise. With them eyebrows. Oh, you know what? We need to do. You know what? Maybe just make those normal size. And then we do. Fuck.
This model is very impressive for how varied it is.
I don't like the mouth.
Really? You were all like angry about the lips on the other ones. You tried to get rid of their lips. This one, like default, doesn't have lips, and you don't like it. Really, if that's the issue, just like it's a texture issue. Aw.
No, here.
Like, oh.
That is the O.
Yeah.
It's every time I've tried to use it for the O that's on here.
Yeah.
I've had difficulties. It's everything is too. It's too rounded on a lot of things, and so it ends up being that everything just feels gummy.
It kind of looks more like a human mouth. I don't know. That's a little weird, but no, I think it's a good model, like this model.
I don't think it looks like the show anymore.
It's not. It's definitely not as show accurate, but it's definitely got more detail to it. It's kind of somewhere between G4 and G5, I think, from what I've seen of G5. I think if you took this model's flexes and just like added more detail to the model itself, you'd essentially have G5. That is weird. Like the amount of detail on just the fur in G5, excuse me, is kind of.
Derpy.
Got very strong chin.
I'm Derpy. Derpy. Derpy.
I like the teeth.
Added fangs.
Fangs. I always did find like ponies with canines to be kind of cute. What? Yeah, she does. She does look like she's not been. She's been breathing out of her mouth, and her jaw is just slack. Not great.
Special. I'll make her excite.
I always saw some people with really weak chins. You know how they just essentially didn't have a chin. Like some people. Come to find out, a lot of that's just because their mouth, they don't clench their jaws because their teeth hurt or something. So their jaw muscles essentially just diminish. Oh, that was interesting. Brushing your teeth is important, kids. What is the nullbot? Nullbot is a person.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's a bot. Null and Void made it. It's just a separate account that just streams video. Okay.
Oh. I was unaware of this.
Because you don't pay attention other than the derpy chat.
Well, yeah, it's the only chat that matters. It's the most popular chat in your server, I believe.
Okay, so
I don't know this is a
Derpy got stung by all the bees.
Yes, every bee that ever.
Are you okay, Derpy?
Fine.
Are you in pain?
She tried to get the honey directly from the hive. She was very hungry. Some delicious bee barf.
Look at that face. Look at your face. And she's so
I feel like if aliens came to planet Earth and they grabbed some honey and they were like, "Why have you jawed this bee barf? There's so much insect barf in this jaw. Why are you eating it?" Honey's weird.
Well, that would imply that whatever that alien species is knows what all of that is.
They got science things that can analyze it.
But any alien species that would come here would be so indistinguishable from anything that we have.
Yeah.
Because they're entirely different.
Maybe they're giant bees.
Like, why would they know what eating is?
So they have to consume energy somehow.
Yeah, but eating, like we currently take food in one orifice and then waste comes out the other.
I mean,
but
you take it in one orifice.
What if
some of us are a little bit more adventurous?
What if they get all of their energy from like solar energy?
Possible.
Yeah, then they don't know what food is.
Yeah.
They just there's the thought that if might even be alien life around us, but we don't know what it looks like or what it is because our definition of life is so limited.
I know what it looks like. I've seen Star Trek. Have ridges on their foreheads and they.
Yeah, all it takes to be an alien is some makeup.
Yes, exactly. That's what science fiction has taught me. I refuse to believe otherwise.
I'll do one more here, but I don't think I have access. I do have access to those bones, probably.
He's only saying this because he's in fact an alien in disguise, and he doesn't want us like figuring him out. Pretty much just consists entirely on bee barf.
There we go.
Hello, Kite. We were just talking about you.
Hello.
You're saying how pretty you are and how much we missed you.
There we go. She's better now.
Also, Derpy got stung by a bee.
A lot of bees.
Yes. So many alien bees.
Like, well, Derpy, was it a bee? Was it a lot of bees?
Yes, so many bees.
Are you going to be okay?
Yes. You're going to be fine. Good
Do you need help?
go hospital.
Do you need help or you need muffin?
It's like, why not both? Like, yeah, that's
It's
pretty.
like, where do I put muffins? He's like,
I had my hand swelled up twice. It's normal size from a bee once. I think I told you this story.
I don't feel like it's like anytime somebody like, but that's pretty funny, or that's a very heartwarming story. And Michael's like, well, let me tell you about the one time I got my hand stuck up a cow's behind.
Well,
To him, that's a pleasant story.
I have had poo thrown at me on many occasions, like in like fields, but no, like I told you before how when I was a kid, I used to catch bees with my hands.
Yeah, I've heard that story at least 12 or 13 times.
Well, one time I tried to put a bee inside of a jar. And
I know you told me that one like twice.
And it stung my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't let my mom take the stinger out because I thought it would hurt just as much to take the stinger out as the stinger went in. So I ran away. And then by the time I came home, my hand was like twice the size of my other hand. And my mother was like, oh, like that's crazy. She was actually a little worried, but also fascinated. She's like, let's see if your hand's bigger than my hand. And sure enough, it was. And I was like 10.
Dude, you give the most epic high fives then.
Yeah, it's just like
push the stinger in further.
My whole hand was numb, like just from the amount of fluid that was in it. I just left that bee stinger in there. It's good times.
I'm going to see if we can change out this. So I actually manually built this pipe. I had all the pieces, and then I just jammed it down there because it's the only thing that actually looked like it worked. We're going to...
I don't know how any of this works. Trying to like give logic to the rainbow machine.
It doesn't have to be logic. You're looking at a video that passes by super quick from its pieces when that's not how that works. It's just about filling the background with stuff so that it makes it look like it's a real thing.
Look, you don't even have the color compressor connected to the rainbow combobulator. This is all wrong. You didn't build it right. You don't even have the colorizer chute attached to the combobulator. I mean, come on, man.
You're just making stuff up now.
No. Rainbow machines are real. And you gotta get it right.
Oh, these are not locked correctly.
Crayola invented them.
I think I only locked...
And have you ever actually seen the Crayola store?
I know what it was.
Pretty sure it's just like lures children in to turn them into crowns.
You're just going on a weird tangent. Like you had a thought and then your brain couldn't help itself.
Well, maybe crowns are made of children. You don't know.
No, we're not going down that route again. I know what you're trying to do.
I don't. I'm glad somebody does.
For your pronunciation problems.
Oh, what? Crowns?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. Not a problem. I said crowns.
See, that's what I know you're trying to do, and I'm not going down it.
You're the one who brought it up.
You did.
I said the word. You're the one who
You brought up crayons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Everyone understood what I was saying.
Nope.
Ugh.
Oh.
The great debate.
So that solved that issue, but it really didn't solve the there. Oh no, that one's fine.
Oh,
This
Kite
one's
posted a stupid face, yeah.
Oh, Kite did too. Sorry, I just finished one, so I didn't see it. Let me get these adjusted, and then I'll get on that. Oh, that one's not. Whatever, it's at a distance.
Like you've been playing like too much Factorio, or what is that other game?
Well, I had it set up so this automatically synced, and I did everything, but because this kind of got unlocked, it's not working. Oh, I gotta move. Okay, can I move? Can I rotate these as I originally had it intended? Yes. That was why I set it up this way, so I can kind of self-rotate the pipes.
So what's in those canisters?
Boops. Lots and lots of boops.
They can can boops now?
Yep.
Feature's amazing.
I'm gonna shove it down there. Okay. Well, there was requests for modifying Derpy more, so
Well, he is very good.
mm-hmm. Sure.
I've been reading this book that's like half the book is just this one pony arguing that Rainbow Dash is a good pony, and I like this pony because he's right. Oh, yes, there's Snow Pony.
I'll grab out of that folder.
Goodbye, Snow Pony.
Okay, so back now. See, when she's not there, she's not in pain. But now that I brought her back,
She's comfortably numb. Like that song from the Wiggles.
she's going.
Everybody remembers Comfortably Numb by the Wiggles, right?
Don't think that was by the Wiggles.
Pretty sure.
Michael, for anybody that's seen the Argazone that came out today, they know that you're not very good at identifying bands.
I am the best. I can see blue.
Well, here you're joking.
blue
There you were
bands.
legitimately like confused.
Rick Ashley writes all the music. Whoever he is.
It's Smells Like Teen Spirit. Yeah, that was Nickelback.
Everyone knows that.
Okay, so it's got top hat. Don't think I'm gonna find a position that doesn't like mess with the hair about bunch. So we're gonna just kind of shove it on there, and then
Got a big hat. Your phone buzzed.
yes, it was
Now your
Just
watch buzzes.
just the bank saying
Why are you a cyborg now?
I am a cyborg.
You have too many gadgets attached to yourself.
Your idea of a gadget is probably like a belt buckle.
That is the peak of technology, and we need nothing else. Why do you say Ashley? Is it
Astley.
Astley?
Yeah, Astley.
It's a horrible name. Poor man.
I don't think it was his choice.
Well, he's poor man all the same. I don't think anybody would have chose to be called Astley. Astley.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it's always been.
Not Ashley. I
No,
always said Rick Ashley.
you probably did because your brain can comprehend like the much more limited vocabulary.
I don't want to believe that this man's horrible mother named him Astley.
Your last that's the last name. His mother didn't pick his last name.
Well, she should have, because poor dude, poor family.
Isn't
My heart goes out to the family.
you could say the same thing about your last name?
More?
Yeah. Why does it have two M's?
Why doesn't it?
Why does it?
It doesn't.
Or no, two O's. Sorry.
So that we could all be called Moor. Moor.
I've never heard you say that before.
Moor.
If that's what you say it is, I'm gonna say that from now on. I'm gonna say it's Mr. Moor.
Moor.
What was the one we kept messing up yesterday? Was it Mercury? We kept, I accidentally said Mercury, and then we just kept saying it that way, and we couldn't unsay it.
It was fun. You got a nice little mustache. She's like, it's high society, dog. It's like, Derpy, no. There's too many muffins.
Oh, I don't know why the face kind of reminded me of Winnie the Pooh,
Because
or no, like, or maybe it's a little like
something,
you're like, oh boy.
is like,
Oh, I'm so sad.
and this, they got the top hat. How can you be sad and be wearing a top hat?
I'm sad and rich.
Sad and rich. I have all this money, but I also have cancer. so, you know, it's not great. Not fantastic at all. I tried to give the cancer to my servants, but it didn't work. Now we all have cancer. They contracted it from me.
And then you did give it to them.
Yes, but they didn't lose it. It was supposed to be a one-way transaction. Didn't work out.
I don't think.
Just keep a derpy plush under the top hat and you'll never be sad. I agree. See how Derpy could ever be sad. I mean, Derpy just like something sad happens to Derpy and then she remembers that she's Derpy and she gets happy again because what else could you possibly want? See, he doesn't know. Not a tuxedo at all.
No, I'm seeing. I know I have one. I just don't think it's called
What?
suit.
Called Tux. That's cute. And that could also be cute. That's real cute. That's like Star Wars.
It's from oh,
That's the
What?
Wonderbolts jacket.
SNK.
No, wait, no, that's that's Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's it. But the more of these I click, the closer I'm going to get to crashing. So I'm trying to see if I can find it before.
Is it jacket? The one that's called jacket.
No, this is SNK still.
Oh.
5 clicks to crash. Yeah, it's pretty damn close.
All they had to do was make this
Oh.
program 64
If I remember right, this is a really cool thing, but I don't think I can show.
without it crashing.
No, without like getting in trouble with somebody.
Oh,
No, that's just jacket.
but Tux.
I don't think so, but no.
No.
It's going to crash. So what I'll do is force it to crash, and I know where I can go to figure out what it is. So, oh my God, short-term memory loss, and that is a legitimate medical excuse. He has lots of medical excuses.
Yeah.
I think this one has it.
It's the one that Trixie was wearing.
Mm-hmm. He needs a suit. Yeah, this one.
Spy suit.
I searched suit.
But you didn't.
Oh, yeah,
suit.
I don't think. I thought when I saw spy suit. So this is spy suit because it's for rarity, I think. I'm going to make sure. Spy suit, yeah. I can just be excused by slipping the people a piece of paper that says, I'm Michael. He probably has like a card.
I have a chronic Michael condition.
Yeah. It's especially an issue whenever he is spoken to or goes through a metal detector.
Mm-hmm.
He eats pennies.
My heart does have a lot of metal in it.
Yeah, you do have a card, don't you?
Mm-hmm. A card to get through metal detectors if it sets it off. Fine.
I went over this yesterday.
You have to move it.
No, I was yesterday. The whole thing of like you have to aim at the mic when you're talking, and now you're doing this.
I'm looking at you.
I know, and then I have to move the mic. It's like when a kid's eating his meal and he gets all dirty, and I have to take the bib and dabble him.
I mean, if you think about it, it's your fault because you're so pretty, and it's hard not to.
Oh yeah, well,
So.
Yep, I guess that's a one-way thing.
Ouch. Suit. There it is. Guess you added the tie.
No, I just had it colored white so I could color it myself, I believe.
Ah.
Now, the other question is this going to lock correctly?
Oh, because of the model. Be cool if it did. And it did. Nice job, person who made this model.
Now, is this tie? It is. Unreciprocated love live on stream. No, that's against terms and conditions right there.
Yeah. Let's leave it to the ponies and their shipping. Thought you'd make it a black tie. She's super fancy. Now it looks like she's going to a business meeting.
Yeah, so it's Derpy. What should I do? Is buy GameStocks.
Just goes like buy hamburgers.
Stop asking me questions and give me in a hospital.
Yes, please. Stop dressing me up in top hats and mustaches. I'm very ill.
No, but see, we could do though is you can do like the grandma thing, and you can do like this, and go. Derpy, you just squeeze. You look so you.
This cute.
And then
They pop back. Even Puffy Cheeks Derpy's pretty cute.
But look, she's sad.
It is a little sad. It's because she invested all of her money into
Bees.
By
giving them to the bees. The bees didn't want it. They're like, what the hell do we do with this money? What do you think we are, Seinfeld? So, but she's very dapper.
She's like, I want to make a bee movie. Here's money, bees. Now be entertaining. Get it? Be yourselves.
Just pallets of money.
Zombie money.
Is
Don't know where that would be legal tender, but money.
I was looking. I wanted one of those like cliche bags of money, or it was just like
Just do like gold. Maybe she just has like gold
she's
bar.
just got standing on her,
Horse money.
her big old pile of money.
That's the best way to keep money. Just stand up.
Hmm. Good.
Well, there you go.
Yes, there's
We have rich derpies.
very rich.
That she offered hugs for $1. Now she's the richest pwn in all
She's
the
allergic
world.
to hugs. It didn't help with the bee stings.
No, he thought it would, but didn't work out. Now she's rich and still kind of like sore from the bees. Oh, kind of cute. Oh, she's no less cute. And then
Well, you know what? I forgot the important thing. I've done this before.
oh, it's a monocle. I thought it was a collar. Like this is taking a very different
There she
direction.
goes.
Yes.
Does she need a second monocle?
No, because that would she wouldn't be as dapper. But
It's like I've invented a new motorcycle with 2 wheels.
yes.
Nobody's done this before. I call it the bi-monocycle.
Now check out my tri-monocycle. Aha! Oh no.
Now we know how she made her money.
Sold
Stomp,
tomato
stomp.
juice. Billies who can't stop spilling it.
All right, so it's Tank.
Not a turtle. It's not a turtle at all.
Derpy is going into anaphylactic shock. I believe she is going to die stylishly.
That is all we can all ever hope for.
I would hope to live.
No, die stylishly.
Well, it should be starting with, if I'm going to die, I'm
Yeah.
hoping that but you didn't preface that. You just said, if I have a hope in life, is that I die.
No, it's stylishly. Like, if I hit 90, I want somebody to hook rockets up to my wheelchair and put me in a nice suit. And then I'm going to go off a ramp and do a black flip into the ocean.
You want to be like the old, what was that? The old stunt guy that had the TV show. Is it Famous Dave? Or no?
No, that's a friend of ours. Like, talking about, like,
what was his name? He was like a stunt actor that always did the television thing, but whenever they like went to him do the big stunts, they just put like a test dummy on it instead, and they would just have it run forward, but they'd have him speaking over it, and the dummy would go flying all over the place. Super Dave Osborne, Super Dave, that was it.
Super Dave.
And it wasn't Famous Dave. That's Cowboy Dave you're thinking of.
Famous Days is a barbecue.
Yes. So I messed up, and then you doubled down.
There's too many Daves in the world. There must be a calling.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to color this without changing the actual texture. Because more than likely, whatever it is, I can remove the red, but as soon as, if I try to change it to, say, just blue, yeah, it's going to be...
Works.
One of these things is not like the other.
Just make it like a lighter blue.
I can't.
No, just add some yellow.
I can't. This is green.
Add some green. Not a ton of green.
Now it's becoming not blue.
It's still blue. It's just like a lighter
But the only
blue.
way to lighten it, would be to do this. But now it's almost red because the base color is red.
I like that other blue.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm going to have to actually change the colors of them themselves. Because I just... something that has a base color like that just doesn't work that way. This thing is EF2.
Yeah, the only stunt person I ever heard of was like Evil Knievel.
Yeah, well, Super Dave wasn't about being a real stuntman.
Yeah,
He was. I mean, he did he did stunts, but most of the ones that he was known for were ones. It was just the comedy that went along with it. Tank 01. That's what I'm looking for. Yep. So we're gonna export this to.
just gonna make it black and white, aren't you?
Yep. Because let's see, it's either that or I go and make multiple of it. Nah.
I think Bill Nye did teach via stunts sometimes. Like some of the stuff he did was like blowing up stuff.
Well, I think he kind of did, but I think that's all chemistry teachers.
Yeah,
When they're always like, they always want to start something on fire because they're trying to be hip with the kids. And
children
it's like,
do like destruction.
but all it's doing is teaching them, like, hey kids, you can play with fire for real. Go home and try it.
I know I did.
And you were like ready for that.
Well, I told you when I like burnt all
There
the
we go.
hair off my like right arm, but that was me trying to cook a turkey on the front lawn.
You know what? I
That was
don't.
part of that story. Nobody wants to hear that story.
No, I can make it work. But I was afraid that I might not be able to get the right amount of red, but it's fine. I should be fine with it. So this is gray.
Yes. Bill Nye. Arson is cool, kids. Heck yeah.
Bill Nye the arson guy.
Burn down your parents' house. They'll collect insurance. Win-win.
You sound like you're South Park. Think okay. I love how base texture is almost all in the left hand. That makes it so much easier. Okay, so we have gray. And now, see if we can do this. So if we wanted to do blue, there we go.
It's not blue.
It's blue.
It's like a rusted out gray. More gray than blue.
It looks blue enough. You know what? You can call my manager. Speak with them.
Sir, your animator thinks gray is blue. And
You know what I think that is? You didn't know you were blind before. Maybe you're colorblind. You don't know it either. I'm like, just like, what the hell? I was too focused on your stupidity.
I'm speaking to your manager, and he agrees.
I didn't know you actually invented my manager.
He jumped so.
Your rent went up.
I'm so happy right now. Oh, jeez. Smile.
Well, if you need a color red, just look at Michael.
Never seen you jump like that. It was
Well, because I was like out of the corner of my eye, my brain thought you were holding a dog, and I'm like,
a dog.
I have no idea, and that's why I was concerned.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it still isn't issued. But that should have carried over the scaling, but it didn't. What if I just say screw it and I just scale this individual one? Nope.
Oh.
I can't remember how all this stuff was set up. That it would causing it to be all goofed.
I do not know. I think if you just direct copied it, and
No, because you can't copy. You can't copy locks. So these are all built because if you're positioning them, but you have something scaled, the next one in line will parent to the scaling of the previous. But if it unlocks it, then that scaling is gone. And if you actually lock it in the reverse order, they're going to lock to the positions that they're wrong. They're at the wrong places, and they just don't work right. It's kind of weird. Oh,
it's like a faded denim blue at best.
but this isn't a bright red, so I wanted to keep it low. If anything, I feel like it's still too blue, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
It kind of does fit the aesthetic of everything, just kind of being worn out looking.
Yeah, that's the idea. They're not. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay.
I'm getting another drink. You want another drink?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not a drunk. No, I've drank enough the last couple days. As you grab another drink. So everything was locked to this pipe. I was locking it to the tank. That would be why it was causing the issues. So if I remember right, they're all locked to the root of this one. But then these are just locked. No, actually, this one's are all locked to the static. So now I should be able to grab like this one. Not that one, this one. I can rotate it. That one didn't look right. Okay, let me just make that one. Oh, damn it. Did the wrong one. Grab the one that didn't have the overrides. Now we're good. Yellow would be, this would be a bit more interesting. I gotta go overbright on it.
I've returned.
You did?
I did just now. See me. I swooshed in.
You sure you haven't had too many?
I'm always swooping. I'm swooping and looping and loop derp. Yes.
Getting whacking and slashing. Does that work? Actually, it's RGB, so these technically should be green now that I think about it. Kind of going for some like pastel-ish colors, but that's fine. Support for identifying them.
I mean, should you be going
Pipes.
RGB or sticking with primaries? Because it would be red, yellow.
But no, but red, yellow, blue. So
I mean, if you want to make green, you mix yellow and blue. You're thinking from like a TV perspective. They just
yeah.
I'm thinking about it from a magical rainbow perspective.
But why do they do RG and B?
Because you can just make a green really dim, and it kind of. But they did have TVs for a while that did have yellow, because you can't really get a true yellow.
No, but I think the idea behind it is sensitivity, and they have good reason why they would do RGB, because you can still get yellow.
Could, but you can never get like a true yellow. That's why they did have TVs for a while that did all 4 colors. But
Or you can do CMYK, which I hate CMYK.
Yeah.
It works for printing and certain things, but overall, I don't recognize return. Seems too good to be true. I don't know.
I don't believe it either.
Michael has a return. No, he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Died 3 years ago.
Have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's?
It's like that, but sadder. And carrying a poor old man's carcass around for an hour and a half. That's a morbid movie.
Wait. That would actually be a movie that might be a happy ending if you do it in reverse.
He just comes back to life at the end.
And then through the power of their friends.
Through the power of friendship, we revived this old man.
He wasn't that old.
Old enough.
No, he
died.
No, he wasn't that old in the movie. He had I can't remember how he died. It wasn't like natural causes or something. I can't remember what it was. Was he shot?
No, because even more like,
no, because then they'd be dealing with blood and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm kind of curious. I've only ever seen Weekend at Bernie's once. Oh, you're looking it up. I don't have to.
Well, I'm just curious how old the actor was at the time.
Well, I think the actor was young. I think he was just playing an old guy.
Bernie's a 1989 black comedy film.
Why?
Oh, I think it means dark comedy. Because it was kind of a dark. It's a corpse.
Why wouldn't they say dark comedy then?
I have no idea, but I don't know if they're talking about like
it's a bad
African American. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Look at all those black comedians.
That's what I was thinking. So that was 1989, but who played?
Well, it has the cast over here. It was Terry Kisser.
Terry Kisser. So Terry Kisser was born in 1939, so he's 82 right now. If he's 82 now and this is 1989 and that was 22 years ago, he would have been 60.
Mm-hmm.
That's not old. If it was a heart attack, nobody has a heart attack before 60.
I've only had one of, well, 3 officially. It's pretty close recently.
What is officially?
That I actually got diagnosed, like after the fact. Like the first heart attack, I was like, "What's this?" Second heart attack, got a sandwich at Subway's to make myself feel better. And then
the third time, you took 7 aspirin.
I've done that a couple. Not so long ago, I was taking a lot of aspirin again.
You bought some cheap earbuds in the Dollar General. Yes, actually.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Plane flights.
Interesting story with that. So when I went to Texas for an audit, it was super hot, super humid, and I had packed everything that I needed, extra things of everything, but for some reason, the one thing I forgot was underwear. And it's super hot and humid, and I'm like, God damn it! So that night, I walked to Walmart after we were done with work, which is about a 1.5 mile walk, and it was like 95 with like 95% humidity. It was horrible. I walked all the way there, and I had to pick up some underwear.
Why just not wear underwear for a week?
It was because I'm at work.
Yeah.
In a steamy environment.
Uh-huh.
Wearing dress pants.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Nobody's
That'd be
gonna know.
horribly uncomfortable. No, so I walked there to get it, but also I had lost an earbud, one of the little rubber pieces for my nicer headphones that I had in at the plane. So when I was there, I picked up like $1 pair of earbuds and threw the earbuds away, and I just took the rubber bits off and I replaced them in my headphones.
There you go.
So for $1, I got a full replacement for my like $30 pair of headphones.
Mm-hmm. No, earbuds are just kind of like the low end, anyways. I used to think they were nice and cool and small and easy, and they do fit in your pocket, which is nice. But they're not. The sound is always awful.
Yeah, but I think the point of an ear, like, I'm not going to bring these on a plane. I'm not going to bring something as big like this. Plus, then everybody else is going to be hearing potentially what I'm hearing too. No, I like earbuds because they're easy, simple. I love Bluetooth ones because I can move around freely. I can do anything. I can answer calls on them without problem. The earbuds are convenience, and you can get some really nice earbuds that do really nice sound. Problem is, I don't know if I want something with really fantastic sound levels in my ear like that, because I feel like I'm just going to destroy my eardrums.
I feel like I'm okay with earbuds, like if I'm on a flight that's 1 or 2 hours long. But if I'm doing like a flight overseas that's 13 hours, I do not want to have those things. They irritate the insides of my ears after a while.
Yeah, mine didn't bother me. But also, like, it depends on, again, if you're getting cheap ones, you're getting ones that are built for you, and you got the right rubber and so I just stick with actual headphones and not earbuds. It depends. When I'm at my computer, I have the headset, but for work and stuff, I use the earbuds because I want as much noise cut out from around me as possible, because people talk and people are annoying. And so I got the ones that they do full cancellation, and then they do they do the ambient, like, listening around you, and then cancel that out so that they're like ultra quiet. And then if you want to pass through, you can, if you're listening to music, it dumbs out everything, but as soon as the music pauses, it will kick in the audio around you so you can hear it again.
It sounds like you need your own office.
Yeah, that'd be great, except for that's managers only, because there's nobody needs an office unless they're working and giving direction to people. They have like a bunch of open ones.
Is that what they told you? Like, can I work in that room over there? No, that's for managers.
Well, managers need it because they need to usually have conversation with people that shouldn't be shared with others.
Yeah.
So they need that room. Plus, if they're going to be working with people that often, it's better to be in a more secluded environment. So all the managers have offices where I am, but anybody that doesn't or isn't a manager is just out in the...
You should ask for one of those empty ones.
There is a lot. There's actually one of them that's like enormous and like with a giant window. Like the whole wall is window and it's on a corner. It's a corner office with a full windows, and they haven't. I don't know why nobody has it.
Why don't you ask for it? Like, seriously, I would.
No, nobody can.
No, you can't. You just.
There's 1,000 people in that building. If they haven't given it to anybody else, if they haven't given it to some of the managers other than that, no, it's for expansion.
Well,
and I'm not because that sounds kind of pompous. Oh, I know I've only been here for a couple of years compared to that man over there that's been here for 42, but I require the corner office.
Did he ask for the office?
For I want to listen to my music at average volume with nobody else around.
I have an office.
You're the only. It's not an office if there's nobody else working with you.
Now there's nobody else in the building yet.
That doesn't make it a personal office.
We actually have 2 spare offices. We got more room than we need.
Better to have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
Well, for a company anyway.
Yeah.
Can you tell a story? Sorry, I'm just catching up here. Depends on the story.
I don't know what story.
I mean, usually if somebody's asking a question, it's usually or like that. It's like about
Tell you a story
risque topics
about Jack and Diane, 2 American kids growing up in the heartland.
Do you know any songs that were like after 20 years ago?
No.
Did something happen and you just can't remember anything from before then?
I think I hit the age of 10 and my brain stopped absorbing information. But that's all right. It's cool. I do feel like I remember things from when I was a kid way better than I remember things now. But I think that has something to do with like kids being sponges.
I'm the opposite. I can't remember crap.
Like, I have vague recollections of when I was being potty trained.
I'm big on trying to reason out what is important, what isn't, and anything that's not relevant to it being important, I just forget. I forget a lot of stupid things, but then I'll remember ultra detail and other things because I'm just trying to focus on the stuff that matters. So there's sometimes like podcasts where I forget like most of the conversation, and it's only when I'm watching it again. Because I break it out because as soon as it's done, I'm like, okay, and I got to go do this, this, and this, and I just throw out the rest of it so I can focus on the stuff that's at hand. I'm going to go quick. Name a current Billboard artist.
Is Weezer still like...
I knew you were going to say Weezer.
It's like, oh, I know.
I knew you were going to... I don't know why, but it was like who's a band that's current but old?
Are they old?
No,
I just discovered them.
Really?
Yeah. Like recently.
Do you know when their first song came out?
2016?
1992 was when they formed.
I think I failed. They're still doing stuff though, right?
Do you know what some of their covers are?
Take on Me?
No. They've been doing
that's the one song I know them for.
No, they did Rains Down, or the African Rains one.
Yeah,
they did a remake of that.
Tito.
It's really good though. I like that one.
I think I like their version better actually.
I would agree, but it's not because they reinvented it. It's because it feels like they just redid the original, just cleaner.
Well, they have better equipment than they did back in like the 80s.
But their covers are great because their covers aren't about. It's not like what was that one Zombies song from the Cranberries? When people redo that one, they like redo all the lyrics and everything. No, this felt like they just covered it in just a fantastic way.
They just did a really good job singing the song as it was intended to be sung, with better equipment.
They had another one just recently they did too. I forgot what it was though. I swear it's them because they're the only ones that I know lately that have really kind of doing that kind of thing. And the only reason I think they did the Rains Down in Africa or whatever is they did. Somebody asked on Twitter and they said okay.
Sir Edward, the story on that is that I actually do have a vague recollection of when I was being potty trained, and the only reason I know it's accurate is because I described my exact recollection of a certain like time and like the setting and who was there and everything, and I explained it to my mother, and she's like, "Holy crap, you got it down to like a T." And it's just kind of like, there's just like these flashes of memories I have from super early childhood
normally
that burned my brain.
The easiest way, or the brain remembers things the best when it's something that it thinks it needs to remember, which is tragic experiences, because it doesn't want it to happen again. So what kind of tragic thing happened during potty training?
I just remember my mother and my grandmother in the bathroom just hanging over me, sitting me down on a potty and being like, come on, you can do it. You need to.
Was this on your last trip down?
Yeah, this was just last week. It was fine. But no, I have a super vague recollection of all that happening and what they were saying, and I explained it to my mother in detail, and she's like, yeah, I remember that too. Like, that's exactly what it was.
Why does she remember you pooping?
Parents like remember their kids like first potty and stuff. First time using the potty by themselves.
I know that kids,
Kinda.
you can't remember anything from before you were 2, I think.
It's like I have these vague flashes.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a thing.
it's not like clear memories.
Supposedly, I think it's like 2 years old or something. There's a certain age where your brain legitimately just like purges everything from before a certain point. And but I can't remember what age that is. I swear it was 2. And but it takes a certain amount of time before that.
I remember like dreams I had from when I was like 5 or 4. And I know I was 5 or 4 because the dreams take place in like an old house that my parents moved to when I was 5, before I was 5. I don't remember like I remember one time in the living room just folding clothing or my mom was folding clothing and I was just sitting there and I remember what the room layout and stuff was, but one dream I had actually reminds me of the entire layout of the house. And we moved from that house when I was 5. And there was one other event where my sister was trying to help my mother because she was having a really bad day, so she thought she would do the cooking for her. And I was like 4 and she was like 3.5. And she managed to take a box of chicken. It's in the cardboard box and sit it on top of the stove, and she managed to turn the stove on. My mother was not watching us very well. And she set the box of chicken on fire.
You know how we just had that conversation on the podcast, like last one, about the Thornberries and stuff?
Yeah.
Were you saying this because like you're trying to see if you can justify your own parents?
Looking back, my parents, they made mistakes, but they tried.
So the Thornberries are too. It doesn't hold up in court.
My parents didn't like trek us out into the wilderness to get eaten by lions.
That you know of.
That I know of. But I just remember my mother rushing it. My sister knocking the box of chicken onto the floor on fire, and then me running into the other room being like, there's a fire, and 4-year-old me. And my mother comes into the kitchen and sees this chicken box on fire on the floor. She's freaking out. And I even remember there was like a knitted blue and white blanket that she grabbed and started trying to smother the fire with the blanket. And she was like red in the face, freaking out.
Well, yeah.
Because my sister, in her attempts to try to help my mother, set the kitchen on fire.
Well, she helped her learn how to solve a fire, and I like that the first instinct when there's a fire is not ensure the kid's safety, but ensure the property's safety.
Oh no, it left a huge burn in the linoleum. My parents were renting that place.
Unless you have renter's insurance. I'm guessing not.
I have no idea. I just remember that burn mark being there till we left. It never got fixed as long as we were there. Good times. Nobody died. I think.
Well, you could say that's good about any situation.
It's like the what parents hope for when they're raising a bunch of kids.
Well,
that as long as none of them die, you did a good job.
But little Billy is horribly disfigured and lost a leg. Yep, but he's living.
Yeah, you get like an 85%.
And you get the special parking spaces now.
Like you're hoping your children like get.
Well, this 85%. Are we back in the Great Depression?
Yes, like you hope for the best. Every time a kid loses like a finger or something, you get 5 points knocked off of Gryffindor or whatever.
Gryffindor?
Yes, it's like Billy lost a finger. It's like 5 points off your child's score. Old wizard comes in and just takes the marks off.
It takes like his one fingernail on the chalkboards. Just make it one more line.
It's like I turned away for 5 seconds and he stuck his finger in like a monkey's mouth. And it's like children will try to kill themselves.
Children are stupid.
Yeah, if you ever have kids, like you gotta like tie them down, or they'll like throw themselves into like the mouth of an alligator or something. Like I know I would have. Oh, one of my brothers actually, one of my parents turned away and they weren't watching him. He saw ducks out in the water, and we're talking he was like 3. And he saw ducks and he wanted to get the ducks. So he wandered into the lake and couldn't swim. So he's just in the lake drowning. And some passerby, it wasn't even my mom, some passerby saw him in the lake, jumped in the lake, and pulled him out and found my mom. It's like, is this your child? He almost drowned.
How did any of you live?
I almost drowned once when I was a kid.
I know, but like, I don't know how
That's a different
the whole.
story.
Now I know that you should have had your own parents in with the Thornberry discussion.
I do, like, my nearly drowning story was just, we were at a pool. It was like a community pool. And I couldn't really swim yet. This is when I was real little. And, but I liked going around the edge of the pool, like clinging to the edge and going around. And I was in the deep end, couldn't swim, mind you, but I was clinging to the edge. And I thought I was close enough to the shallow end to kick off and just stand. I was wrong. And I kick off, and I not touching the bottom, and I immediately sink to the bottom. I'm kicking and flailing, and my mom told me if I was in trouble to just scream for her, and I would be fine, and she'd come get me. Well, she was tanning and not paying attention. So I'm just flailing in the water for a good, like, it felt like forever. It was probably like seconds, but I was like breathing in quite a bit of water. And luckily, the lifeguard jumped in and grabbed me and pulled me out. But nice, I even remember it was some nice girl.
All you're doing is making video evidence.
Like, I realized looking back, my parents weren't super attentive. But we were like suicidal children.
You know what? I like attentive. There's some negligence going on there. Or is this just a Kentucky thing?
I don't know. The one thing I always told my mom, like I look back and I'm like, Dad had me mowing a lawn with a push mower that I had to push like this because the bar was higher than my head when I was 8. And she's like, no, he didn't. I'm like, Mother. And then I explained like the timeline and when we moved from the house and that I started mowing the lawn for the neighbors too to try to make a little bit of money. And then she's like, oh, well. Then she just gets quiet. Like, don't make an 8-year-old push a lawnmower. It's dangerous.
I can't drown. I'm too fat. The buoyancy bounces me to the surface. Well, no, because that doesn't matter. Drowning is just about having your head below the surface. So if you're face down, it doesn't matter. And if you have the inability to turn back around, then you're in a bad situation.
Though I could backstroke for days.
From all the practice you've had from almost dying.
From how big I am. Very buoyant.
I think he's... okay, these are just a little too much. I'm going to round that out. And then I think I'm all good on him. And well, actually, I didn't do any wings. Don't think I'm going to bother because
He's
for
not
the
the
size,
focus.
it's not going to matter.
Somebody's looking at him.
I don't even like swimming. I hate water. I have I do not do well in water. So I just don't. Well, ears and just I do not like swimming is not my thing, and I have difficulties with dealing with anything with my head below water. So I just stay away. So instead, I live in a state that is as far away from large bodies of water as possible.
I used to swim a lot when I was a kid, like a lot. I used to swim in lakes and creeks and everything else. Actually, and when I was in Boy Scouts, that's right, I was in Boy Scouts. Rub it in.
Why'd you have to?
Because it's like a moniker. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've been drinking.
You're just going off on your own tangents and just expecting things.
I'm anticipating people being like, "You were in Boy Scouts."
No,
I'm like,
there was
"Yeah, I was."
There was a lot of people
like,
in Boy Scouts.
Yeah, but I had to swim 2 miles to qualify for a thing when I was at like camp, and I managed it. I backstroked the whole time, but I did it. So yeah, I was a pretty strong swimmer when I was younger, but those days are probably long behind me.
When's the last time you swam?
It's been a long time. I don't like the whole like bathing suit situation.
I was in Girl Scouts for like a week. Really? Just a week? Why only a week? It's been super fun for me, although I have body issues, so I haven't gone swimming in years. That's fine. It's like everybody can't do
And
everything.
everybody can have the swimmer's body I got.
Sure. I still think that her eye is a bit bright here. This camera did have the bloom reduced. There's really no way to reduce that either. I think that for where they are, that they technically should be brighter. I think the sky back here is the sky right now. Oh yeah, that needs to be brighter too. Oh yeah, because I didn't actually like set it up.
Michael is Michael is otter mode. I can float like no one's business. Good for me.
You can float like business.
I can float like business float.
You moved right after joining. Oh, but I think that like we would have known that ahead of time. But unchallenged a guy to a high dive competition. He had to do everything I could do or better. Skinny punk couldn't beat my belly flop.
Ow.
Hey, a win's a win.
Go.
I think lighting wise that this is fine now. I already cleaned out everything that's not necessary. Oh, I can probably get rid of the rainbow
Get rid of the rainbow.
in this shot because I don't need it.
No.
Actually, I can probably just get rid of the pipe as well. Oh, this is okay. So this is one thing that bugs me. So up here, the eyes are really, really bright, but as soon as I get to here, it's not. And that is really annoying. So what we're going to do to fix that is we're going to take a special light. Okay, so now we have a light that's just her eyes. And I am only going to have it on after she moves her eyes.
Yeah, I remember dropping out of Boy Scouts because I joined a soccer team, and then my time got split between the two. And eventually, when I went back to Boy Scouts, after all my friends had kind of moved on, like with the badges and the stuff, so I was playing catch up, and they kind of let me know it. So it wasn't as inviting an atmosphere. But yeah, life stuff.
One for him as well. Not as big of a thing, but his eyes were dim by comparison. You make sure it's the even brightness. Okay, so now they're a bit brighter. We're good on that. Is this too dim here when she's looking down? Radius is turned on, so I can't actually zoom in. Maybe, but I think I can get away with it. Oh, she does look down. Okay, yeah, so I have to I have to copy this over. This is why I needed a test render done soon, because some of the stuff I just don't know is a problem until I'm playing around. Where's the cutoff point for this? Yeah, whatever. So, hello, Luigi. I'm back to see the next episode of Whitlet Blend Horse Edition. It's getting there. I think we're
Don't give him ideas. He will put horses in blenders.
I did.
No. That's a pooper. It's different.
So from this point, I don't want it as bright. There's a little bit of the skylight popping in, so let's just turn that down a little.
Hey, cool. Thank you, Luigi.
You're behind again.
Oh, you just subscribed for 5 months.
I know. I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I was more concerned about the potential of blended horses.
That's what the horse was blending up, because he said it in that message.
Oh, yes. I am now aware that those two things are related.
I just said something and you forgot it, but you're pulling up memories from when you were pooping and you're 3 years old.
The brain's
You have a very selective memory.
I remember every time I pooped and nothing else. Back in 1993, it was the poop. I could never forget.
The poop.
The poop.
The 3 E's.
I wasn't sure there was much left of me after. All that I was poop now.
It registered a 4.3 on the Richter scale.
Yes. It was a dark, smelly day.
That Wendy's will never be the same again.
Oh, the poor custodian.
Why are you talking like that?
It's like, the reminiscent voice is like, back years ago, before the toilets flushed, there was a poop like none other.
You gotta lead up to it. Like, his day was going pleasant. He had woken up, he had breakfast, he went to work, and then it happened.
After 3 weeks without pooping. The great poop that would end a nation.
You can't jump right into the climax.
No,
you didn't do any lead up. You didn't leave any questions. You just went right to what it is.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a mighty poop. Fought away. Oh no!
Michael's using the narrator voice. Yeah, I know, but he's narrating his own life. It's an auto narration.
Once there was a man cooking a turkey on a front lawn on a smashed garbage can lid above a wooden fire.
He has nothing to do with this story.
He lost all the hair on his arm that day.
Wait, is that just getting now? Trying to think of what else. Apparently, that's, you know what? We're just gonna allow all the words. Why not?
All the words.
Why is Rainbow's winged? Oh, it's huge because that's the only way to have her get it around.
The best part about the quotes is I don't remember saying any of them. Macho Man or Eddie Savage may have a panda kink. See, this is what I'm talking about with things being funny without context.
Oh, that was back only in May.
Yeah.
First one was April, or the second. No, so it's a bigger wing because it's
old stuff.
The thing is from this angle, it doesn't look that big, and that's what I was just kind of playing off of. It's definitely implied that it's bigger than normal, but if you watch in the show, if they ever do stuff like that, the wings get bigger. So it's fine.
Hey, gravy.
She's been working it out so much. It stretches and stuff. I don't like that the work camera over here just has like this
Oh. Yeah, that's Thunderland. I don't care.
He's thunder victim,
Yes.
a thunder fire victim. I don't think I can really like. I can probably add. No, yeah. Let's just because this one is basically done, which means that I'm done with everything on this shot, and the only thing I have really left to do in here is some timing things, and then all the rarity scene. So once 15 AI is up and running.
You can always add the boutique. It
Not
doesn't
right now.
break everything.
I'll add that like after it's done.
I'm British.
No, that's not a. It's not a voice impression request.
But he asked.
No,
And Sir Edward's cool.
you're devaluing the economy.
But Sir Edward's cool.
No, boutique can't fly because there's probably a rarity in there.
He doesn't want to add the boutique yet because he wants to wait till he's sure it will like break everything.
And I haven't even touched. That's in the other save file. I haven't touched that one for a while. So what can I add to this? I can probably add some piping. Looking for.
I can just do like, I'm Jamaican. It's like they're just all the same.
Oh yeah.
You sound more Swedish. Oh yeah, I'm Jamaican. Yeah.
Best Jamaican is Adam when he did the.
He was like using the internet to like figure out all the slang.
Yeah, so at MLP MSP, for the bad fanfics, I started adding in that we would do accents for the bad fanfics because it gets a little stale to just read stories the whole time. So we started having accents brought up at random, and one of the ones was from the audience was Jamaican, and so Adam just Googled Jamaican slang, and as he's reading the story, he just started mixing in Jamaican slang, and it sounded pretty legit, but he has no idea what he was saying.
It worked. He made it work. It was impressive. Oh no. Someone who's not Michael pretending to be Michael. It's like, everyone thinks I talk like this. At least this is the impression Jay gives me. I'm Michael. I like Derby. I am. What was your like impression of my laugh earlier? I was like.
I've never heard somebody legitimately kill themselves off of impersonating themselves.
I was like, hee hee. That was Michael Jackson. That was a different Michael.
Yeah, that's something the wrong Michael.
That was a different Michael. It's like, but yeah, it's like, no, I'm just essentially like everybody's impression of me is just like Ghoul from Fallout 4 is like, my name's Michael. My name is I'm alive. I like Derby. You're a bunch of smooth skins. There you go. It's
I don't think you've legitimately stopped talking since we started.
What are you talking about?
You've been going on so many
Asked me to do it.
I know, but I'm just thinking like you went on so many tangents.
Chat's talking to me.
I know. It's interesting to see how your brain keeps taking like left turns and you just keep going those directions.
My brain is always taking a left turn. It's going in circles for days.
Version of Michael sounds like he is dying. It's Michael's impression of Michael.
Other people's impressions of me just make me sound like I'm dying.
Well, maybe they have something.
Maybe they're onto something. Yes.
I do kind of like this pipes in here.
That you using Michael's what? If you want that impression, you gotta like plus money. Oh wait, oh crap. A heavy Irish accent. It's like you'll never take me, Lucky Charms. I'm
Are
dancing.
you trying to do the floss?
No, I'm dancing because I'm Irish. Of course I'm dancing.
I thought you were doing the floss,
Like,
and I was gonna punch you.
It's like, you'll never take my Lucky Charms. Haha, is this the floss? Am I doing it right? I don't know what the floss is.
I'm gonna go with what you're doing as being correct.
It's like, I'm totally Irish. Haha. I don't know why I say ha.
Yeah, why are you?
It's like, I'm not a fan of the British. Haha.
You've drank way too much.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know Irish. It's the best I got for you. So bad.
Jesus, are usually so mellow. Michael must have drank a bit too much coffee. Yeah, I know. He is like he's exceptionally Michael today.
I did have a second cup at work of coffee.
Oh yeah, but that's not the booze.
I haven't had that much drink.
Uh-huh.
I had one drink every hour, like I normally do. It stops at one drink, and he's all like high and mighty on me.
Because I'm trying to not drink so much because I've been drinking a bunch the last couple
Yeah,
months.
I get that.
So
Like 5 days straight.
and you're like, look at me. I'm master depression. Nobody's more depressed than me.
See, there you go, guys. Got your Michael impression. Not another one. There's no limit on these things, are there?
No, because they got tons of points for other things, and now they can use it here.
The Tricks Rabbit in an Irish voice. It's like, come back, you rotten kids. Bring me my tricks. That's all I got.
Why are you just keep laughing?
Because the Irish are a happy people. It's just like, you horrible children. No,
why are you dancing?
Because I'm Irish. And it's like, I turn into Yogi Bear. I'm just like, oh, you horrible children. You bring back my delicious tricks. It's like, why won't you share?
Your dancing is just you going back and forth with your arms naturally just flailing back and forth.
You rotten children, bring me back my delicious cereal. It works. I dance the whole time. Why don't you dance with me?
Because I have a mic right in front of me.
Me too.
I know, but I can't get under mine.
Just do one arm.
No, you're good. Why do I need to You're doing enough for both of us. I'm actually trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, I know.
And I did, because
I know you got it done today.
Not really, but I didn't have that much to do. So I added some pipes. I actually kind of like the oh, they're a little dark now. Wait, no, actually let the light kick out. Okay, that's a lot better. I think that's fine. It still looks like a cloud, and that's what matters. I can't make them brighter without making them glow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that should be fine. At least it still implies that there's a cloud. Being worked on, that's lame. Well, the point is of this to do at least some work.
I want to see this get done because it's got cute horses and they're doing stuff.
But it's at least gotten this one to enough point to try to render it. I don't think. Oh, I have a little bit of Applejack in here. Yeah, damn.
The lighting is non-existent.
No, it's because I'm in a different map.
Yeah.
No, so I do have to dual render some of these because of her goggles. They don't work correctly unless I render it twice. Yeah, I think we're all good to go for these scenes. Wait, I was gonna do something on this. Wait, I was gonna add like to do or something, wasn't I?
I thought just make rainbows works.
Oh, well, there was this. I can't remember. I thought I was gonna add another checkbox, but I think that should be good as it is. I'm gonna head out tonight. Have fun, guys. Good night. All right, good night, bed.
Night.
Have fun going to bed.
Bed. Bye.
Applejack has found the void. No, that's actually the reason that this one says different. Everything before this point's going to look a little weird. At this point, it's fine because this one has a different map, and so it's just my note to myself of change the map because if you don't, it's not going to render right. But I have to dual render all these anyway, so it's like whatever. Actually, this kind of looks
Or
kind of
boating.
goofy. Yeah, it's like this dark
The
world.
Halloween episodes.
I just gotta go. Sped is fine. Yeah. No, I thought there was. I was thinking about adding something else, but I can't remember. But yeah, I'll have to render that out, and then let's go take a look at. It's gonna crash. Let's go take a look at what first file looks like, and
Your chat wants me to do another impression.
Derpy is the Dark Knight.
Yes, like I am the cutest pony. I want muffins. Your muffins. They will come to me. I am not the pony you want, but I am the pony that this town needs. I buy muffins. Give them to me. I am Derpy.
It didn't crash. It was requiring, or it was. I knew RAM was going to cause a crash as soon as I switched because it was going to load all this new stuff and it was going to hit that limit and crash. I just did it myself. It's quicker. So yeah, I have to do this one. I labeled this because I need to do some retiming potentially on this shot. Other than that, yeah, these are the only shots I have left. So this one, that one's going to be the outside with the boutique. That should be real. I could have that done in like an hour, as long as it doesn't perma crash. This wouldn't be too bad to do. I think the biggest time consumption with this is just going to be doing the lip syncing and yeah, it actually shouldn't be that hard. I thought about trying to, if I couldn't get the lip syncing done in time, or I was going to try to find some other way to do this shot that doesn't require talking. Because right now, if I don't have words, it's not really usable. So I had considered instead about having her like on a couch or something within there, and the doorbell rings, and have her go to the door, and when she opens the door, the tractor comes through.
I like that. I like that.
Because who rang the doorbell?
Yes. It's like ding, ding, just plow through. I want that so great. I like that.
This one I think was the first one I grabbed, so I just left it. And I'm okay with it as long as, or for her, I think I was doing it because I think rarities does kind of work a little better. But
yeah, you did use the.
There's others. Some of the other ones I've seen have different looking ears, like completely different structure. That would be really weird to have that changed.
I do think the texture on the lips not being there is a little off-putting.
But to me, it's not that. It doesn't. A mouth has a sharper point at the end here, and these go like right now. This is just anything you do, it rounds that corner instead of keeping it a point. And I don't like that. It always
still
becomes
looks like
round.
a burn victim.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't help that because she's a white horse. She's just everything is just ghosted.
You could give her lips. It wouldn't be hard.
No.
Oh.
No, I mean I could.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
It's too much
just
work.
burn victim rarity.
Oh, I'd have to go and figure out where her lips are.
I'm sure it's pretty clear on the map.
No, I open it in Photoshop. I can see nothing. I have a map, but whether or not the revamps use the same map or not, I'm guessing so. So yeah, I'm thinking if this, because I have other stuff to work on. But if it comes down to it, on the Friday here, I can do the boutique setup, and if I don't have any more confirmation for stuff, I can finish this up too. That one really shouldn't take that long. But we might just set up like to have her like doorbell ring type thing, and kind of go from there.
Any rarity?
Michael, have you ever had baklava?
Yes. It's been a while, but yes. It is tasty.
You don't know if I've had baklava. Probably. But with that though, I am done. We're getting there. If I do the door thing, it would still be show the outside, show her on the couch, doorbell ring at the end, attention, get off the couch. That's probably going to be up to about here. And then have just a single scene up to about here of her walking up. So it actually wouldn't be too bad. I think the hardest part about doing a scene like that is there's no outside to this building. So if I have the door open, I would have to have it like at a shot like this from the side where I can't see the door and have a different door pop in open.
What do you mean there's no outside of the building? You mean...
No, like this isn't openable.
Oh, right.
I can't open it. So if...
Can't you make that disappear?
How?
I can make a version without the door.
Yeah, and then it's going to be a gajillion vertices again.
No, it would just be deleting the door.
Uh-huh. No, I don't know right now on it. And I don't have this door.
I can just cut that door out. Yeah, do it.
You can rebuild the other side?
It would just be mirroring it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Mirroring it.
Yes.
I think she needs some weather tape.
Yeah. A cheap old house. We already paid like...
I'm guessing it just is too far one direction. Yeah, it's just a little too far this way. Wait, actually, no. Oh, no, it is.
If you really want it, I can do it.
I mean, really, the last time I didn't even say go and get a boutique. You just went and did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because after a while, you're just like, well, I don't care if you use it or not. I just want to do it. No, I was just going to use a different type of establishing shot. And then you're like, no, I'll do it. So.
Well, it's done now.
Anyway, yeah, we're all done here. So, back on Friday. I hope to have the early access for the next podcast out a little later this week. I'm probably going to not do much tomorrow. Try to actually take a night off. But so hopefully I can have that done by I have Friday off, so I should be able to have it done by Friday. I kind of figured out a process last time. That's what took a while, is figuring out like everything to go through it. I have that process down now, so it's nice and easy. So it's just encoding takes a long time. It takes like an hour and a half, and I messed up twice and had to redo it. So, but that'll be for early access, and then it'll be out next week.
I can't.
Oh yeah, the raid. Let's see. I think I know Fiora was streaming when I started. I think, AZ is doing stuff. We can head over there. I did Fiora last time.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get more people on that list.
Yes.
But, I don't know. Rating people that I have no idea who they are, what they are beforehand, I don't like doing. I like at least checking them out first. There we go.
Make sure they're not doing Pound Patrol? Those weirdos.
No. So we'll go bother AZ. Oh, he's working on the mayor picture. So if you want some free channel points, you can head over there. And
yes.
now you're just getting points. I see what you're doing. Otherwise, thank you for the peeps with stuff. May the derby be with you. Thank you, Nolan, for the 100 bits. Thank you also, Sir Edward, for the derps. And thank you for the resub to Luigi as well.
Yes. Since the cats are up there, should we sing the Meow Mix song?
No. You've already sang too much today.
I like
I'm just going to mute the mics.
Mix, please deliver.
Yeah, it's just going to sing anyway, so. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yay.
Diddly diddly do do do. Diddly diddly do do.